Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. For those that are new to the channel, welcome. Just if you don't know this or if this is your first time here, we review Oracle decks and tarot decks on this channel, and this is really what we do. Everything that has to do with tarot, everything that has to do with Oracle decks, we review them. And so today we're going to review an Oracle deck that I'm very much fond of. It's called the Wisdom of the Shadow, and this deck I've had for about 2 years, and I use this deck on a regular basis, you guys, and we'll get into all of it. I'll tell you what this deck is all about. Maybe you have seen other videos of this deck. This is not a new deck, by the way. This came out maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and so there is plenty of reviews out there, but as I always say, you know, for me, it's not just about a new deck that just came out. For me, it's really about the decks in my collection, whether they are 5 years old, 10 years old, or they're just 2 months old. So this is one of those decks that has been out for a while, and let's get into it. It's a Discovery Oracle deck, and it's one of those decks that is absolutely fabulous. You look at this picture, it kind of tells you already what this deck is all about, right? It's going within us and finding out answers and facing the shadow, our shadows, to really try to understand what's going on. And this is just one of those decks that really makes you go in there and look. It's the Wisdom of the Shadow, Oracle for Self-Discovery, Soul Work, and Transformation. And this is the box. It's a larger box, I have to say. And so this is an Oracle deck, so this is Oracle size. The box opens up like this. It has magnets here on the side. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has a beautiful feeling. Rose petal feeling, and just really well done, really well crafted. They did not splur on the materials. They really created not just a beautiful oracle, but a really well done and thought out deck. So once again, this box opens here with magnets, and when you open the box, it reads here, "Welcome, wise one. Within you lies a gold mine of truth, ready to be discovered and integrated. With an open mind and a courageous heart, it is time to enter the mystery of the shadow, to uncover the wisdom waiting to be revealed." And so, of course, this is the side of the box. And this is the back of the box, which I'd like to read here what it says. Wisdom of the Shadow, Oracle Self-Discovery, like I just read, and then it reads, "Hidden in plain sight is the wisdom we seek most deeply. This 44-card deck book set invites you on an inner journey to explore and integrate the shadow layers of yourself in order to find greater awareness, self-acceptance, clarity, inner peace, and wholeness." The artist is Jenny Han, and the author is Jessica Ricchetti. And this is published by Intuitive Art and Alchemy. Here's the website. You can go directly to their website if you want to buy it. Once again, you guys, I'm not affiliated with anybody. This is all of my decks I've bought on my own, and this is my particular review on my experience that I've had with this particular deck. Like all of my reviews on the channel are the same way. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Let's get into it. This is really, really great. And so then, of course, you get the book. And we're going to get into the book because the book is a very important part of this deck, and you can't really do without the book. I mean, you could do without the book, of course, but I don't do without the book. This book is beautifully written. This whole deck is very well thought out, and so we're gonna get into that. When you open the box and you have the cards in here, and of course we're going to get into the cards a bit later in the video, but right now we're going to go through the book a bit. But that's how it looks, and it comes with a ribbon so that the cards can come out, and so we'll get to those in a little bit. Let's get into the book a little bit. I'm going to leave this the box there so you can still be reminded of the name of the deck. And so the book copyright is 2020. So, and this is the second edition print, 2021. And here it reads, may your journey with the wisdom of the shadow be potent, alive, and revelational. May this oracle meet you in the depth that you can choose to work with it. May you feel the stretch of walking with your shadow. May this work reward you with the deepest inner gold. May you sink into more layers of authentic being. May you be guided by the wisdom within. May you shed all layers that no longer serve. May you be cloaked in the brilliance of the fullest expression of you. Really, it's beautifully written. And, you know, it's one of those, it's a very, I would say that what this deck has done for me in particular, it has, I've done a lot of healing with this deck. I've gone really deep inside, and it's sort of a psychological sort of a deck where it not only takes you into the psychological part of it, but it also takes you to the spiritual part of ourselves. And it's one of those decks that is really a wonderful tool. That's what this deck is all about. It's just a tool to really get into ourselves and find out what's really going on. It has a preface, and I'm going to, of course, pause here, and you can pause your device and you can read that. And after that, it has an introduction, which of course I'm going to do the same thing, so you can pause your device and you can read that. And then it goes on into the rest of the book. There is no right or wrong way to engage with this oracle. Allow your inner wisdom to guide the way. And of course, once again, you can pause your device and read that. Shadow exploration tips, it gives you. And then it goes on into ideas for working with this oracle. Contemplations, it gives you some rituals if you are into that. Ways to amplify your rituals. And I have done some of the rituals, and I find them to be a lot of fun and deep. And this is a self-discovery deck, you guys. Here you have some layouts. 1 card, 2 card layout. Diving deeper, the 3 cards. Alchemical spread, 5 cards. And so I do a lot of the alchemical spread when it comes to this deck. So that card number 1 is the core wisdom. Card number 2 is the support. Consider any insights you've gained from working with the core essence of the support card. Card number 3 is shadow. Card number 4 is previously expressed. And the card number 5 is potential to express. Really interesting. And then of course you get into the meaning of the cards. And what we're going to do is I'm going to, of course you can pause your device here and you can read that, but we are going to go through the cards, and then we're going to pick 1 or 2 cards, and then we'll go through their meanings here and how it is that this book is written, because this book is really beautifully written, you guys. And you can find out a little bit more about the artist, and you can find out a little bit more about the writer. They are absolutely brilliant, the 2 of them. And so as you can see, it keeps going into the deck and into the meaning of the cards. But you know, this is just one of those decks that you're just going to have to observe. You're just going to have to contemplate. It's a contemplation deck is what this is. And so you are going to pick a couple of cards, and there's so much on the cards to look at. And so it speaks for days. This is a super chatty deck, and the book is just so well written that it's a perfect complement to the cards. I always, whenever I use this deck, I do like to refer to the book. because it's brilliant. It really is what it is. So there's Jenny Han, the artist, and you can read a little bit about her. And there's Jessica Ricchetti, and she is the author of this book. And you can also pause your device and read about her because they have done such an amazing job. Acknowledgements from the artist and acknowledgements from the author. Intuitive art and alchemy, and they have a couple of other. They have this other oracle deck. Is the wisdom of the divine feminine, and here on the back it reads the back of the book: Wisdom of the Shadow, Oracle for self-discovery, soul work, and transformation. This oracle is a gateway to the hidden corners of your being. Each card is a portal to explore the deepest richness within the treasures locked underneath your real-life experiences, energies, and emotions. Each page of the book is an invitation to amplify your own inner wisdom and deepened in the wholeness, acceptance, and understanding of who you are at the core. Enter the wisdom of the shadow and return home to your whole self. And that's really what this is all about, you guys. And so really beautifully written. Like I said, this is not a new deck, but I'm so inspired by this deck that I really wanted to come out and I really wanted to do a review on it. And once again, if we look at the cover of this box, it just kind of tells you exactly what this deck is all about. It's going through in and really looking and opening the door to what really is inside of us. It's a super interesting deck. Now let's get into the cards, because the cards are just absolutely gorgeous. And this deck gets a really high score from me in almost every part of in almost every part of the deck, in terms of quality, in terms of how it's written, in terms of the meaning. These are the cards. These are the back of the cards, and they're only supposed to be read right side up, so it doesn't matter if they're reversible or not. But as you can see, they're gilded, and they have a beautiful, I don't know if this is a black, yeah, it's black. It's a black gilding, and it is absolutely gorgeous, if you can see that. So, and if we talk about paper, and of course this is oracle size. I mean, this is your typical oracle size card, and Blue Angel, I can say. And paper quality or cardstock quality is absolutely amazing, you guys. This cards feel so good. It's not a rose petal feeling, but it's kind of, but it's not. So it glides better than a rose petal. Rose petal can get stuck sometimes, and this one doesn't do that. I'm gonna pull in a little bit more so we can start appreciating the cards a little bit better. But they're not thick, they're not thin, they're just perfect, really. They actually, let me pull out again a bit. They actually shuffle just perfect. And I shuffle like this, as many of you know. And it shuffles perfectly. Let me fix this light a little bit. It just shuffles perfectly. And it makes that sound when you shuffle, which I just absolutely love. It's so relaxing to hear that sound to me. And so this deck will do that for you. And, when it comes to a fan situation, it doesn't really work good when it comes to a fan situation. So, this is one of the first times that a deck won't even, because this won't even try to spread. So you're gonna have to spread it yourself, but it's not a big deal. Guys, I barely use this deck on other people. I use this deck on myself all the time, and usually I'll pull 1 or 2 cards, or I will do the one spread that they have on the book, and I'm just happy with it. I have many decks in my collection, and sometimes I forget the decks that I have. And today I was just doing my thing and minding my own business and going about my day, and this deck started calling me. And I went to my bookshelf and I looked for it because I haven't pulled it out in a little bit, and I pulled it and it was just calling me, and I went to the bookshelf and I knew exactly which deck I needed to pull, and it was this deck. So it's just one of those decks for me, it draws me in and it pulls me and it calls me, and I find out so much with this deck. The artwork is absolutely beautiful, you guys. So, and it's so meaningful. And usually we do a flip through, and I don't talk through the flip through, but this time we're going to do a flip through together. So I'm going to kind of just go through the cards. Of course, we won't go into total detail about the cards because it'll take a really long time, but we'll do this together. Let's zoom in a little bit and let's go through the cards. This one is emptiness. You see that hole there. It's heartless, it's empty. Courage. It's making our way through life, trying to get to the light, and there's all these problems on the way, and so we have to have courage in our lives to keep going, and not be, look at this one. It even has like two people. It's holding two people, as if it's ready to eat them or so. If I can say anything about this artwork, I think that this artwork is just raw, but at the same time, it's really cool. I can use that word here. It's beautiful. It's raw. It has a lot of colors. The printing is really good. It's super sharp. So this is a quality deck, you guys. You're going to get quality for your money when you buy this deck. And if you guys know, and if you know anything about me, if you watched any of the videos, you know that I'm extremely picky when it comes to decks. And this is just one of those decks that, you're just gonna get quality for your money. Look at this one, fear. It's just it's just started pouring here, you guys. So like a storm just kind of appeared out of nowhere. But I don't know if you can hear that. But anyway, this one is fear. You see, you hear people. I think this is our subconsciousness just talking to us and telling us things that, here's more faces just telling us things, and going inside and working through our gut and our brain. And so these are really interesting cards, you guys. This one is reflection. Opening, which is the one that they chose to put on the cover of the box. And so if we look at opening and we look at the book and how this was written and what they intended opening to mean, here it is. Let's just read a little bit out of this. Opening. And I'll put this here, and then I'll put the book here. Within me is an opening to infinite layers of self. I walk through the portal of possibility and see what is revealed. Doorways, portals, layers of self, arms and hands opened, ready to receive, light pouring forth, drawing me inward, to and through myself, deeper within. The innermost, darkest layer is the layer most illuminated. Enter the opening. And then he goes into a little bit more of an explanation. And of course, you can go ahead and pause that and read that on your own. It's beautiful. And then it gives you here contemplations. And contemplations, what keys am I holding the doors that I have yet to unlock? What doors within have I kept closed and not explored? What openings within am I willing to explore more fully? And then it gives you a ritual, which I find really nice that you have a ritual here. Find an image of a door in books, online, on this card, or some that you draw, create. Gaze at the image, then ask what part of yourself is on the other side of this doorway. Invite your mind to travel through the door with a spiritual curiosity and wonder. Take a look around. What do you see? What do you feel about you? What do you feel about what you see? What stories are you creating about what you see? What are you wishing you would see? Let your mind wander and explore. Return back through the door whenever you feel ready. Journal, share, or reflect about your vision's journey. Consider exploring other doors as well. And, and that's basically how the book is written. And it's really well done. It's really, really well done. And, and this is just one of those decks that you just, that you just pause and you look, you pause and you look. And so let me put the other cards here so that you have kind of the two cards to look at. Voice, us expressing ourselves, not keeping quiet, letting people know what we feel and how we feel. Vulnerability, love me, tell me I'm okay, look at me, see me. And it's just like, you see, it's like opening this sort of, opening the body here with chains and looking inside where the vulnerability is and how we really think we look. It's really fascinating. Victory. Really great. Look at this. There is this, these characters coming out of the water here and trying to hold on to the feet of this image, which had victory, right? And so, trying to pull it back down, not let it enjoy its victory, but it is our right to enjoy victory. We work hard for it. We should enjoy it. Integration. This is, I think, one of my favorite cards on this deck. I love how it looks, and I love I love how it's letting go, which letting go is something that I've been working on for a long time, and I find it to be work that just never ends. Letting go, because these words letting go can mean so much, and it's not just letting go of something or of someone, but it's letting go of so many things. Letting go of emotions, letting go of bad habits, letting go of old thoughts and things that don't serve us anymore. That's letting go. But I personally, I love this image. I feel like it's moving, and I feel like this character here is going up, and it's just letting go. It's transcending, sort of what I see. Panic. We did look at panic. I don't know if we looked at panic or not. Maybe we looked at another one. No, we didn't look at panic. Interesting, right? There's just so much to look at, you guys. We could sit here for a long time and do this, but, pain, judgment, just all these hands trying to hold the eye or touch the eye. Sensuality, such an important part of our lives, sensuality, really. Identity. Look at this. It's just, it looks like she's spitting out blood, and there's snakes on her head, but then she has this really cool sunglasses, and it's just fascinating. There's just so much to look at, and you just sit there and you look at these images, and and it's not only what the book says, it's not only what the word that's on the card, but what I think it's also a really good exercise to do with this deck is to sort of like cover this and ask yourself, what do I see here? You know, what is this image telling me? And I find that to be a really good exercise as well with this deck. So it's totally a reflection deck. Sadness. It's just an eye with many, many tears coming out of it. Discomfort, of course, you know, but there's an arm around discomfort. You know, we need to feel okay with discomfort. We need to make it our friend. And know that discomfort is also part of it. Doubt. It looks like she's drowning, you guys. You know, it looks like she's drowning. It looks like she has no idea what she needs to do next. She's underwater. Resistance. No, 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 no. How many times have we encountered resistance? Not only from others, but just the elements. And it's just resistance, resistance, resistance. Metamorphosis. Interesting, right? That's like in the womb, but it looks like a grown person is in there. Tenderness. Rage. Look at this card. Wow. Amazing. Rage. Yeah. And rage is very much there. Shame. Oh, shame. You see, all these words, don't they resonate to you as I'm reading them? Don't you know, we know all these feelings, right? We know all these emotions, but oftentimes we forget about them, you know, and it could be that we're feeling rage and it could be that we're feeling shame, but we just don't know, because this deck puts it right in front of you, and it's really a reminder of all of those emotions. Wisdom, truth. Yeah. Self-embrace. That's kind of sweet, right? And we all need this. You know, so many times we're waiting for another person to just tell us that they love us or that we did something well, and so we wait for other people's approvals. But oftentimes we forget that self-embrace is so important, and it's really how we look at ourselves, that it's and how we approve of ourselves, that's really the most important part, instead of looking for other people's approval. Soul care. Intrusion. This card is so intimidating, you know. I mean, it's like this image here and then just all these hands just coming at it. So intrusive, really. Inner child. Self-explanatory. Boundaries. You know, there's words here that maybe may offend some people, but you know, it is what it is. And get the fuck away from me. It's what it reads here. Connection. It's like two images in one. Grief. Yeah, such an important part of life, grief. Emotion. Emotion. Balance. I love this. I just love it. I feel like, you know, it's like finding balance in all of this. It feels like all of this is coming right at this image and just trying to unbalance it, you know? And so this is one of those, and this is one of the things that I really like about this deck too, is that it really, the images look like they have, like they're in motion, you know? And so here I look at this and it just, I feel like it's about to start moving any minute now. So this one is funny. Greed. Yeah. My life, my money, my daddy, my car, my lover, my win, my world, my body, my attention. Change. expectations, authenticity, I am here. I will never leave you. There's so many words that are here. I am here for you always. Dissolution. Frustration. Such a perfect card for frustration, really. Confusion. And lastly, rising. Once again, that's the back of the cards. And so you guys, that is Wisdom of the Shadow. Once again, this deck has been out for a while, but I needed to do a review on this deck because it's such a wonderful deck, and I use it a lot, and I benefit from this deck from time to time, and it's just a wonderful deck. Just absolutely wonderful. So if you're looking for, this is also one of those decks that if you're doing a reading, and I have done it with a couple of people that I have read for, after the reading, you can have the seeker pull out one of these cards, and then you can just go by that as your ending card, or as, to a nice way to finish the reading is what I'm trying to say. So I have done that a couple of times, and people have just been stunned about the cards that have come out, because they totally relate to the emotion that is on the card at that moment. So really, really neat deck, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know if you have this deck, you guys. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if it has been inspirational to you as much as it has been for me. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That really helps me. And let me know if you have any questions. If you want to know where you can find the deck, also let me know. But you can find it online fairly easy. And as I always say, you guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.